a broader perspective.
You're welcome to Public Affairs on BIM TV, where we give a grasp of informative, educative, and entertaining content on current issues while guiding you to follow the latest development in the society. And today, this is 2023 that a lot of people were clamoring for. We are going to have a new administration. People complain that a lot of things were not going on fine. So I want to dissect each sector to know what did we do well in the last year and what should we expect in this year. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we have our special guest today. Stay on, we'll be right back.
Public Affairs segment, giving the masses a grasp of informative, educative, and entertaining updates on current issues while guiding them to follow the latest development in the society. BIM TV, a broader perspective.
You're welcome back, and my name is Blessing Ambrose, and I'm glad to know that you're still with us. And in case you're just joining us, this is Public Affairs, where we give a grasp of informative, educative, and entertaining content while guiding you to follow the latest development in the society. Before we went on that short break, we told you that we want to look at some critical things that we need to guide ourselves with this 2023. We want to look at what did we do well in 2022 and what should we expect in 2023. And today we have the Director General of SMEDAN, the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, Mr. Olawale Fasanya, who is our guest today on this program. Welcome, the DG.
Thank you very much for having me.
How is SMEDAN?
SMEDAN is good.
And let me also tell you that we are in the new office of SMEDAN that moved to the permanent site, and you need to see this place. This place is quite massive. So congratulations, Mr. DG.
Thank you very much.
So how is SMEDAN faring?
It's been good. We are all delighted that we are able to move to this space. But the primary purpose of moving to this space is not just because we want to change office.
Yeah.
The place where we're sitting on now is the Industrial Development Center. And what we have done is to turn this place around. We now have common facility for MSMEs here. And we want to stay close to our primary customers, who are the SMEs. For example, if you move around the compound, the first warehouse we have there is housing a world-class furniture common facility. Because based on our study, we found out that there are a lot of furniture makers in Abuja. So we feel, what can we do to help them? A number of them are nano and micro businesses. So most of them cannot afford what they need to produce good furniture. So what we have done is to have machines here that SMEs in furniture business can come and use the machines at very small amounts, subsidized rates, for them to produce furniture. And there won't be problem of power, there won't be problem of space. You just come in, you produce, you go, another person can come and produce and go at a very small fee, which we'll be using to manage to maintain the machines and to possibly pay the staff that will be working there. Because apart from having the state-of-the-art machines, we also have operators that are going to be trained in Italy. But those machines are from Italy. So they will be trained. They will also serve as trainers to the number of people that wants to go into furniture making. So the common facility will be serving dual purpose. Apart from assisting SMEs to come and use machines that they cannot afford, we will also use the place to trade. So in addition to the common facility for furniture makers, we are planning to have another common facility for packaging. We know a number of MSMEs have good products, packaging is the problem. So what can we do to fill this gap? So we're going to have a packaging machine here where you finish your product, you can outsource your packaging, at a very cheap price. And the packaging will now be world standard.
Let's take a little step backward. Let's look at last year, 2022. How will you assess the business sector in Nigeria?
Well, the business sector has been faring well based on our own assessment. But you see, because there's still a lot of inflation, because prices of things have not really gone down, people may not really feel the effect. But when we go out, even though based on our last survey, the number of people in MSME is reduced, but that was due largely to COVID-19 and some of its antecedent happenings. But we can tell you that people, even people at the bottom of the pyramid, they are taking advantage of the digital world to do their business. There are a number of people doing business in their house, and they are doing well. So it's just that there are not enough statistics out there to know exactly how much FDI, that's coming in, how much these people are contributing into the economy. But indirectly, they are the ones sustaining the economy. There are a lot of businesses going on out there that we are not tracking. And these are some of the things we want to do so that we'll be able to give the right statistics. Because these days, we are encouraging a lot of people in business to take advantage of e-commerce. They don't necessarily have to be at the marketplace to do their business. I have someone that sells fish for me in Lokoja. I've not been to Lokoja in a long while, but fish come to me. Once he has fish, there's a way he reaches out to me digitally on phone. He doesn't even have an Android phone, but he will tell me, okay, I have this type of fish that you want, and then we negotiate on phone, and then he sends it by public transport. I go to Japan and I pick it. So we have a lot of people doing that kind of business now. So, if you want to say until you get to the marketplace to know what nano and micro business are contributing to the economy, you may not get it right there.
Okay. All right. SMEDAN had signed a memorandum of agreement with 212 enterprises for the implementation of one local government, one product. That's your OLOP program. What progress have you recorded so far in your agenda to create one product, one local government in the country? Although sometime I listened to someone from SMEDAN say that has been relaxed. So we didn't know if it was which one to believe. Has it been relaxed or you're still on that project?
It has not been relaxed. In fact, by 2022, we have been able to cover all the 774 local governments across the country. And the idea is not just that we are signing MOU. The idea is to identify products of competitive and comparative advantage in every local government. So we now look at people that are doing business in the same value chain that can come together as a cooperative. So they are not individuals. So when we have a cooperative of people that are, for example, extracting oil from groundnut, so we bring them together. We usually encourage a minimum of 10. And then we look at specific machines that can help them produce better, which we will jointly identify. So we now use our own money to acquire the machine for them. They will now use it within themselves as common facility. So if you are producing 1 gallon of groundnut oil before, it means you can produce 6 gallons a day with the kind of machine that we will give you. And at the end of the day, you are expected to pay back 70% while we write off 30%. And we also give them a little working capital. So it's been working. You can go all out there, you will see a lot of people that we have impacted, especially people in agribusiness, because that's what is preponderant in most of the local governments. But what we try to do is not to replicate. We look at, okay, in this particular local government, what is preponderant? What has more comparative advantage? Those are the ones we will identify and assist. So the program is ongoing and is doing well. In fact, now this year, because the agency will be 20 this year, And we intend to look at some of these entrepreneurs and showcase them when we're having our 20th anniversary in the next month.
Okay. While you were talking about the new location of SMEDAN, you talk about the space, and you have space for a lot of things. Now, you understand the importance of training to an individual and also for the business. So how about the business clinic for entrepreneurs?
Our business clinic is up and running. Apart from having a business clinic in the head office here, we have in all our 36 states the FCT office, where people can walk in to diagnose the problems they're having with their business. And it's not only for you to come and diagnose problems. If you also want to start a business and you don't know which business to go into, so we have tools that we can use to guide you so that you will be able to go into a proper business, so that you don't just do business by perception. From next week, we will get across to people to let them even know our new location. So if you come here in another 2 or 3 weeks, it will be different, because the clinic will be vibrant. But we've always had the clinic, and we have tools that we use to engage SMEs that come in, and then we now do follow-up to make sure that if we cannot resolve your issue immediately within the clinic, we can do follow-up, and it means that you are already now captured in our system, so that we can follow up with you. You also have a contact person in the agency that you can call if you are having any problem with your business.
Okay. All right. One of the things that President Muhammadu Buhari emphasized on is to patronize made in Nigeria product, and then he stopped some importation of some materials, and then let's promote that. But we noticed that we produce beautiful things, something that can even compete globally. But the problem we have here is packaging. How can SMEDAN guide MSMEs so that they can package and also export their products?
We have a program that deals with packaging and branding. And last year, I know we went to all the geopolitical zones. We may not be in every state. And we trained MSMEs on packaging and branding. And we're not doing this alone. We're working with Export Promotion Council, so that when we identify people that their product is already good for exports, we assist them to take advantage of the export market. And that's why I told you we're also looking at how Nigerians can key into the AFCFTA, which is an area that we feel where your packaging is good, you will be able to penetrate. And that's what led us to this idea of having packaging machines here, so that we can help those that cannot package their product well. And then what we do is also to encourage MSMEs with good products to attend product exhibitions. So during those exhibitions, we also now discover a number of good products that just need a little push for the products to meet export markets. So we try to fill this gap through training, through advisory services, through product exhibitions, which we do. Last year, we took a number of SMEs to the Gambia because we felt that the whole of the West African market is a Nigerian market. And you will be surprised that none of them came back with a single product. Some of them they now have markets in the Gambia, and we're already working with the Export Promotion Council to assist them to export. We're also going to look into other West African countries this year. These are some of the things we are doing to assist SMEs, apart from local patronage, to also, export. And then we believe that whatever is done even within the West African coast, it is still, is still within our reach. We should take advantage.
Okay. All right. So let's know the 2023 plan to boost MSMEs.
Well, we don't really say, okay, because this is 2023, there is a clear departure. We try to make most of our program ongoing. We try to just see, because we do impact assessment of our programs. So the impact assessment of last year will help us know the areas that we are not doing well, and we'll be able to fill the gap in 2023. But most of our programs dovetails because we cover the whole Nigeria, and because we rely on budget provisions, most times our fund may not take us to all the states at the same time. So if we are in state A last year, we may be in state B this year to run the program we have done successfully in state A.
All right, thank you very much. As we are preparing to wrap up this program, what do you have to say before we wrap up the segment?
This year is a very important year for the agency. Like I mentioned earlier, the agency will be 20 years old, and we want to look back and see what we have done the past 20 years. How have we impacted on the MSME community? What can we do differently? So we believe that this is a year where we'll be examining ourselves, where we'll be able to now come up with programs that will meet the needs of the time. And like I also mentioned, we see the world moving digitally, especially in terms of SME development. We don't want to be left behind. So we are doing a lot of programs that can get across to anybody where you are, and we want our main objective is to be more impactful, to see more MSMEs contributing to the GDP, to see more people being self-sustaining, to see young graduates having their own businesses. They don't want to wait for white-collar jobs. So if we are able to do this, and we are trying to track ourselves so that we know exactly that we are not in the same place we were in the past 2 months, by this one. So it's ongoing, like I said, and we are working in a way that the national policy on MSMEs is being implemented to the letter. So by the time we use that as our daily guide, we can look back and say, oh, we have done so much for MSMEs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the Director General of SMEDAN, Mr. Olawale Fasonya.
Thank you very much for having me.
We'll have you again and again. All right, so you've heard it all from the DG that you can walk into their office and find solutions to those pressing needs about your business. And if you want to be part of this program for the next edition where we are going to have a live audience, do well to reach out to us through the number on your screen, and we'll get you involved and you come ask those questions, interact with the man himself. My name is Blessing Ambrose, and it was nice being with you today on this program, Public Affairs on Beam TV. Do have a lovely day, and don't forget to always subscribe to Beam TV on all the social media platforms, Beam TV Nigeria, so that you can get the latest update about what is happening around you. You need to be informed so that you will not be deformed.
Beam TV, a broader perspective.
Here at the Common Processing Center at SMEDAN, where they have varieties of machines for production. If you're making furniture, you can come down here and pay a token, and then your furniture will be processed. So we have the chief engineer, Mr. Salau, that will tell us about those machines and how we can have access to those machines.
This is a CNC machine in furniture making industry. It has all the needs of the furniture making machines. It is called CNC. It's a very important machine. It's automated. It has also a laptop here where you can design whatever you want to produce. After the design at the top here, the machine, the CNC, can determine how many types, the number of wood you will need to make any of the furniture you want to produce. So that this one will eliminate wastage and any other thing in your materials. So you get accurate and disuse of leftovers. So it's also equipped with a security, you can see some of these a security gadgets that can protect the operators and other people that are going near the machine when it is in working motion. We have edge binder. The edge binder machine is used to, after you have cut your materials to size. There's also other machines here. This is a boring machine. This machine can bore any type of holes in your material, that's in the wood. This is another machine here, planing machine. It planes all the works, all the materials you bring to it. It makes it so smooth and clean. Then the last, but not the least, is the waste recycling machine. Now, the waste recycling machine is at the end there. That one gathers all the dust. During, at the furniture workshop, there's always dust when production is going on. But because of this waste recycling, it carries all the dust from each of the machines. You can see this piping. The piping has gone around to all the machines. So the moment the machine is working, those pipes gathers all the dust, take it to the waste recycling. It recycles the dust and make it into briquettes. So the briquette now can be used to do burning. Okay, this is the product of the briquette. This is how it turns the dust into. So this one now can also be used for burning, warming, and any other things you want to do.
Beam TV, a broader perspective.
I know what me person tell me say too lazy. Oluwa bona of leleni hanga. I think better don't start bonjo. From your feet to love bonjo. Yo yo yo. Baby girl you fine, you fine. Pick up baby can you?
TV, a broader perspective.